What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Challenge of the Super Sons number 3. That's right, this is the third chapter in the digital first series, Challenge of the Super Sons. It was written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Max Rainer, colors by Luis Guerrero, letters Rob Lay, cover artists Rainer and Guerrero, associate editor. So yeah, there's a lot of people involved in the making of this comic book. So again, this one picks up right after the events of the previous issue, and with the previous issue, I kind of had a little bit of a gripe where we kind of just skipped over, I felt like a key chapter point with the Super Sons. It felt like we were missing a chapter, but I guess the next chapter is supposed to go ahead and explain that. So this chapter is pretty much kind of the same deal as the last one, where the last one they went through and they had to rescue Flash. This time they have to rescue Wonder Woman, and, you know, some fun Super Sons banter and some really beautiful looking artwork. And that's pretty much the whole issue in a nutshell. Nothing else much too seriously. So anyway, so this time around, Wonder Woman is going to be killed by something with the sword. So they have to use something called the Bind of Veils, which is basically the lasso of lies. The legend is that the gods created it by reverse engineering the threads that make up her lasso of truth. Pretty much. So basically, this thing makes them see like a made-up world. And then, you know, Damian stole this from his father. John comes to find out, like, wait a minute, you're telling me your dad has stuff to take down the Justice League? He's like, oh yeah. Damian's like, yeah, he's got contingency plans. He's like, you know, that seems like he's going to be a villain. He's like, well, what about me, Damian? What's going to happen to me? And he's just like, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be fine. He doesn't have any contingency plans for you. And he's just like, probably? What? And so again, there's some kind of funny banter, a little bits here and there. And so they kind of go off and do their things. Wonder Woman's doing her thing. She's rescuing some people. Again, the artwork looks really good here. This is some really good artwork for a digital first series. In general, I really like it. I like the shadows. I like the colors. I like the angles that they use. It really makes the action seem really vibrant and, like, visceral. So anyway, so John is out there. He's trying to find something out. I miss you, kid John. And this Minotaur-looking creature comes in. He's trying to hunt down Amazons. John, of course, being a Superman Kryptonian, has a weakness for magic. They make sure to establish that. So he's not like as weak as, say, against Krypton, but his powers quite aren't as good, strong, or fast. So magic, again, is a weakness. Damian comes in there, and a bit of, probably the funniest bit of the issue, he tries to kick it in the face. Damian's like, okay, maybe not the work. That was cute, I guess. Talks about Kung Fu. And he sees the Amazon, and then he's kind of beaten a little bit rather easily. John references The Empire Strikes Back, which again kind of calls back to even the movie Civil War. I couldn't help but think about that when Spider-Man mentions that. So they basically tie him up, and John comes in and punches him. Wonder Woman wraps him up in the lasso, and then they mention how they're going to be looking. They need to get back to Roar, who is the lady who, you know, sent him up with the Death Scroll and that, and make sure Faust and Savage have been handled. Again, Faust and Savage seem to be like the main villains of this whole entire thing, but we're going to learn more about them when the Super Sons travel to the past in issue number 4. So, what did I think of this issue? Again, it's lighthearted, it's fun, it's bright, it's colorful. The Super Sons banter's there. Not too much in the way of story progression. It's really just very simple. The boys show up, they have to stop. You know, they have to rescue Wonder Woman, just like they had to rescue the Flash. Doesn't move the story forward all that much. It just kind of seems like they're tying up a little bit of loose ends before we kind of dive into the past. And again, it's just them. They got the Doom Scroll. They got to try and stop the Justice League from getting killed. That's pretty much all you're going to get here. Nothing inherently wrong with it. The next issue is what I'm most intrigued about. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to really kind of, like, I think, push the story, and things are going to start to get a little bit more exciting as we go on. But anyways, that's really kind of all I have to say. Again, if you're looking for Super Sons content, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and nothing too serious. Nothing like it's not peak Super Sons content in my opinion, but it's fun. It's only $1, so like all things considered, I think it works out pretty well. Again, the colors, the artwork, is the Super Sons banter, some funny moments with John. You get what you paid for with this thing, and I think it's worth a buy. But anyways, that's really all I have to say about this one. Not much else. I think it's fine. I think it works. But what are your thoughts on this? Did you like this issue? Did you dislike this issue? Let me know in the comments section down below. As always, hit that bell for notifications. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, bell, all that stuff. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Pretty quick video, all things considered today. Yeah, that's it. Be sure to come back next time. We're going to be talking about issue number 4 next week, and perhaps some other comics coming up. I think this is pretty much the last week of... Yeah, this is it for comics pretty much for this year. Is this going to be the last comic book review I do this year? It very well might be. It very well might be the last comic book, get out of here, review of 2020. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye then. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.